Welcome to the Farm Stand Kitchen. My name is Rebecca, and guess what today is? I bet you can probably tell from this. We're having a taco party! Tacos at the Beau Bears today. I've had a lot of you ask me about tacos, and so I'm just going to share my recipe with you. So I want to tell you, this is not an authentic Mexican taco beef filling. This is famous at our house, and everybody loves this. When we have taco parties, everybody wants to know how I make this beef filling, and so that's what I'm going to show you today. You guys have asked about this, so we're just going to go through it and show you this sassy beef filling for our tacos. What I have here in the pan, we've already browned up 1.5 pounds of an 85 lean ground beef, and I drained it, and this is what we have. It's here in the pan. So the next thing that we need to talk about a little bit, and I'm going to also show you guys how to do this. I do not use prepackaged taco seasoning. I make my own. I have for years. I always make it my own. This is what it looks like here. And this is a little bit of the flavor punch that goes in my tacos that makes them taste differently than others. And I also add a little secret ingredient that really kicks them up. So I'm going to go ahead, and first I'm going to add just 2 tablespoons of water to our meat here. And then of our homemade taco seasoning, we're going to add 1.5 tablespoons, 1.5 tablespoons of the homemade taco seasoning. So I'm going to go ahead and just mix this up. Woo! Smells like a party. Taco party. I love taco parties. So fun. I don't know anyone who doesn't love tacos. Our whole family loves them. Our grandkids, everybody. Everybody loves tacos. Wow, does that smell great. Okay, so you just want to stir that around and get all your meat coated there. And then the next thing that I'm going to add is sweet Thai style chili sauce. So this is what I always add to my taco meat, and I'm going to add a 1/3 cup. So let's just go ahead and get that in there. And this is totally what makes these tacos a little different than some that you've had. And I encourage you to make them. I think your family will like them. They're not super hot. Some people ask, are they super spicy? They're really not super spicy. They're quite delicious. I think all the flavors go well together. And I tell you what, it is a good beef filling for tacos. So all you have to do here is just combine this here. And then you just want to simmer this just about 3 or 4 minutes, and you're good to go. So I'm going to turn the heat down on that. And while that's kind of doing its thing there, I am going to show you how we make the homemade taco seasoning. Now, if you've never made homemade taco seasoning, I really encourage that you do. It's so much better. And what I really like about it is it usually, we don't add MSG to ours. And that's what I like about it, because a lot of those packages that you get in the store, they contain MSG, and we don't like that. We like to make our own, but I just like the flavor better when I make it myself. So I'm going to share this with you. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'll just go right here to this bowl, and I'll let Dave. Well, I'll just start adding, and I'll tell you what I'm going to add, and we'll just do it like that. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is our chili powder. And I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of a chili powder. Now you can store this in a jar and have it on hand. I do like to make it in small batches. I don't like to make, like a whole quart jar or anything. I like to make it in small batches. This will do, several taco meals. Now we're going to add some garlic, and we're going to add 1 teaspoon of our garlic powder. Okay, 1 teaspoon of garlic. Next in the bowl will be 1 teaspoon of onion powder. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. 1 teaspoon. We're going to add oregano to this taco seasoning, and we're going to do 1 teaspoon. That's oregano spice. And then we're going to add paprika. Paprika. We use this a lot because we use a lot in our barbecue too. So we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of our paprika. There we go. Next, we're going to add some cumin. We're also going to do 1.5 teaspoons on our cumin. And then last, we're going to add our salt and our pepper. I always use sea salt in my taco seasoning. You wouldn't have to. You can use table salt. Doesn't have to be. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of ground pepper. All right. So there we have it. Then you just give it just mix it together. And then you can just store this in a little jar, little container with a lid, and you are good to go with your homemade taco seasoning. It is so much better than the store-bought stuff. So that's all you have to do on that. All right, so now let's make some tacos. How about that? I'm all for that. Let's make a taco. All right, let's talk about shells. What I'm using today is I used corn tortillas. This is just corn tortillas, and then you can warm these, you can cook these a couple different ways. I've done it on my black stone griddle. Just put a little oil, about 30 seconds on each side. You can do it like that. And you can also just drop these in a little hot corn oil for about 30 seconds to a minute. Watch them carefully because you don't want them to crisp up. You want them to stay soft, but you want to cook them a little. So you can also do it like that. You can also use just a, soft shell. Some people like soft shells. I don't know too many people who like the hard shells from the store. I think a couple of our grandkids do, but we're kind of soft shell, and our favorite here is the corn tortilla. So that's what we're going to use today. So let's go ahead and let me get a plate here. I'll push this, Dave, so you can see a little better. So I already got our corn tortillas ready to go here. They're still nice and warm. So that's what we're going to use today. And then, tacos are customizable. You can customize them however you want to, what you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little of this meat on here. And then let's get our other stuff over here. This is what I like about taco parties. You can just put on what you want. So let's see here. One of my favorites, cheese. So what we have here, let's just go through what we have. Cheddar cheese, salsa, we've got some fresh lime, jalapeno, cilantro, sour cream, lettuce, tomato, red onion. And I think Dave probably uses all those things on his tacos. Yes, he loves all those things. So let's just go ahead and make one here. See, the problem I have is I add too much stuff. So I'm going to try to not add so much stuff. But yeah, I add pretty much all this stuff too. But you guys get the idea. You know how you like your, cilantro. I got to get a little of that. You know how you like your tacos. But anyway, this is a fun little taco beef filling. I'm telling you, it has lots of flavor. We get a lot of people that want this recipe. So there you go, taco party at the Beau Bears today.